Uncle Ben couldn't be here for his normal weekly guitar lesson with you, but there's no need to fear. Davey Stranger is here to shine a bright candle during the darkness of this Halloween season with you. Good evening, friends and lovers, and welcome to a brand new edition of Weekend Wankshop, here with your special guest host, Davey Stranger. Mr. Eller very courteously asked me to appear on this very special Halloween episode to show you how to play the guitar solo for my brand new song, Unrequited Life. It is at its core a very humble and simple guitar solo, befitting of what I would describe as a sort of 21st century gothic romance. It might not have sweeps or tapping or any of those other fancy tricks that all the other boys do, but what it does have is a piece of my heart in every single note. But before we begin this exploration of tragedy and sorrow, let's hear it again at the speed of the man who stole your mother away from you. And as ever, you can find a full bit of tablature for this week's study on Mr. Eller's Instagram page at BenEllerGuitars. Be sure to learn this week's piece and study it, and upload a video of yourself crying through your instrument along with the hashtag Weekend Wankshop. That way we can all share in your sorrow. Before you begin studying this week's piece, I recommend you listen to the entire song so that you can get a better idea of the type of expression I was trying to emote through my instrument in the guitar solo. You can hear the song Unrequited Life at www.daveystranger.bandcamp.com. If you listen to the song and it really connects with you and makes you realize that there's other people out there feeling the same sorrow and heartbreak that you are, you can purchase it and own it until death do you part for merely $1, or more if you please. For every single donation that is made to Davey Stranger and the StrangeLove Band, no matter how meager or generous as though it might be, I will personally light a candle and whisper a prayer into the darkness, just for you. This piece is in the key of B minor, which I find to be the most sorrowful of keys, second only to D minor. This piece is in standard tuning, which I mainly detest because it makes me think about the standards that society itself holds up for us to live up to. The first note in this guitar solo is the 9th fret high E string, a C sharp note. But instead of merely playing the note directly, it is preceded with a rake. Whenever I wrote this, I like to imagine perhaps my fans or loved ones I left behind raking the leaves over my gravestone after I have died. In order to achieve this sorrowful effect, I recommend using the first and second fingers of the fretting hand to mute out all of the unwanted, unused, and discarded strings, except for the high E, so that way the picking hand can merely rake through all of the strings and arrive at that fateful note. Should you choose to continue, the next thing you'll do is to play the same C sharp note again, only this time it is bent, but not broken, by 1/2 step. Pick the 9th fret high E string once, and then do play it once more, only this time applying your sorrowful half-step bend, before playing the 7th fret on the high E string and sliding it to fret 5. Play the 5th fret again, sliding to 7. and then slide down to fret number 2 and pick it once more. I enjoy employing slides into my guitar solos not only for the auditory effect, but for the conceptual element, as a representation of the fact that perhaps someone you loved or perhaps someone you thought loved you may slide in and out of your lifeline. So as of yet we have the 9th fret high E string preceded with the rake, 9th fret high E again, 9th fret high E a third time with a half step bend, the 7th fret high E sliding to 5, 5th sliding to 7th, sliding to 2, picking 2 a final time. The next section will arrive as such. It's a pedal tone lick based around the hexitonic scale, which contains 6 notes. 6 is the devil's number, you know. A pedal tone lick is one in which a central pitch appears over and over, occurring endlessly as a motif throughout the duration of a lick. Very much like how death and sadness have been a motif throughout my own life. But instead of a pedal tone of anguish and misery, this lick features a pedal tone of the high E string. Draw close to me now and learn this lick so that you may better understand my anguish. We're going to begin with the 2nd fret B hammering on to the 3rd fret, followed by our pedal tone of high E. After this you're going to play the 3rd fret B hammering on to 5th, followed by our pedal tone of pain. After this play the 5th fret B string hammering on to 7, followed by that pedal tone. Stay with it, you can accomplish it. After this, fight through the pain and play the 7th fret B string hammering on to 10. You can do it once more and play that pedal tone of pain. So far we have 2 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 10. Follow this with a slide. Once again, as death slides in and out of one's life from the 10th fret to the 12th fret on the B string. And then your pedal tone. And then once more, returning to the 10th fret B, as one returns to a lover, and then the pedal tone of high E, once again, all together. Next, the use of the pedal tone will increase and become more rapidly occurring, just as loneliness and sorrow have become more rapidly occurring in my own life. Play the 14th fret B, followed by the pedal tone of high E. 12th fret B, pedal tone. 15th fret B, pedal tone once more. 14th fret B, followed by the pedal tone, if you can take it. 17th fret B, you can make it this high. And then fall down the scale, much as a fallen angel falls from the heavens. 15th fret B, pedal tone. 14th fret B, pedal tone. 10th fret B, pedal tone, and then finally arrive at the 12th fret B string, arriving as softly as a kiss from the lips of an angel, and apply some vibrato. So once more in conclusion, this began on the high E string 9th fret, playing the lonely C sharp note, and then bent, followed by our slides. After this we enter into our painful pedal tone. Faster now. Don't stop. Landing on the 12th fret B, sweet as the wings of a dove. Thank you so much to those of you who have chosen to explore the depths of my soul on this journey of pain, music, sorrow, and beauty. It hasn't been easy, but then again, life never is. Please don't hesitate. Go explore this lamentation at www.daveystranger.bandcamp.com, and remember to purchase the track if it makes you feel something stir in the depths of your own spirit. I also must express gratitude towards Mr. Ben Eller for having me host this week's episode of Weekend Wankshop. Don't forget that you can follow him on Instagram and Twitter at BenEllerGuitars. That way you never have to be alone. Much as I can lead you through the corridors of pain and love, Uncle Ben can guide you through the maze of scales, modes, and technique on the guitar. If you'd like to inquire about Skype lessons, be sure to drop him an email, BenEllerGuitars@gmail.com. Thank you once more for joining me. You have shared your time with me, and I have shared my soul with you, and now we must depart. Good evening, and have a happy Halloween.